Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Friday, December 23, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. Also, check out our perks and join the High Stakes membership. Joining the High Stakes membership is easy, is cheap, but it will help a lot in the growth process of this channel. Plus check out our Patreon in the link down below if you want access for our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. Make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. Dallas Mavericks vs Houston Rockets. The Mavericks took the court against the Timberwolves and earned the victory with a final of 104-99 in their last contest. Dallas finished the game with a 45.3% field goal percentage, 34 out of 75, and made 13 of their 39 three-pointers. When they shot from the charity stripe, the Mavericks converted 23 of 27 attempts for a rate of 85.2%. With regard to rebounding, they earned a total of 39, with 7 of them being offensive. They also distributed 17 dimes for the contest, while forcing the other team into 13 turnovers and getting 6 steals. In relation to defense, Dallas let their opponent shoot 49.4% from the floor on 42 of 85 shooting. Minnesota doled out 23 assists and had 7 steals in this contest. On top of that, Minnesota snagged 39 boards, 8 offensive, 31 defensive, and earned 3 rejections. Minnesota finished the game shooting 70.0% at the free throw line by knocking down 7 of their 10 shots. They buried 8 out of their 30 shots from beyond the arc. When discussing personal fouls, the Mavericks walked away with 12, while the Timberwolves recorded 24 personal fouls. The Dallas Mavericks have not been a reliable team to back on the road as of late, losing 3 out of their last 4 road games. This marks the end of a 4-game road trip. Dallas has also dropped 5 out of their last 8 games overall. The Rockets have been competitive recently, especially at home. They recently beat the Bucks and Suns on the current homestand. Furthermore, the Mavericks have not been at their best offensively. They have only averaged 103 points in their last 3 games, and that includes an overtime game in that span. The Rockets already beat the Mavericks in the lone meeting this season by 9 points and are a strong play in this one. Our first pick is Houston Rockets plus 6 points. Give me the under. Not only do both sides rank within the bottom third in points per game, Dallas also has the 6th best scoring defense in the league, allowing 109.5 points on average. The Mavericks have held opponents to 110 points or less in 4 of their last 5 games, falling under the total at the same rate and breaking 110 just once in the same span themselves. The total has gone under in 5 of Houston's last 6 games against Dallas and 4 of the Mavericks' last 6 played in December. Not to mention, the average total across the last 3 head-to-head matchups is just 202.3 points. Our second pick is under 221.5 points. Chicago Bulls vs New York Knicks. The Bulls faced the Hawks and earned the victory with a final of 110-108 in their last contest. Chicago finished having earned a 50.0% FG percentage, 43 out of 86, and knocked down 7 of their 24 shots from distance. At the charity stripe, the Bulls made 17 of their 22 tries for a rate of 77.3%. Concerning grabbing rebounds, they earned 47 with 8 of them being on the offensive end. They also dished out 20 dimes in this contest, in addition to forcing 15 turnovers and getting 9 steals. With respect to defense, Chicago allowed the other team to shoot 42.9% from the floor on 39 out of 91 shooting. Atlanta totaled 22 dimes and had 6 steals in this contest. Moreover, Atlanta pulled down 47 rebounds, 9 offensive, 38 defensive, and had 4 blocked shots. Atlanta finished the game at 100.0% from the free throw line by converting 16 of 16 attempts. They made 14 of 37 attempts from three-point range. When talking about personal fouls, the Bulls walked away with 15 and the Hawks finished the game with 15 personal fouls. The last time they took the court, the Knicks took a loss by a score of 113-106 when they faced the Raptors. The Knicks pulled down 29 defensive rebounds and 9 offensive rebounds, totaling 38 in this matchup. They also turned it over 16 times, while getting 2 steals in the matchup. The Raptors had 16 personal fouls in the matchup, which took the Knicks to the free throw line for a total of 18 tries. They were able to bury 11 of those for a clip of 61.1%. With respect to shooting from distance, New York buried 11 out of 26 attempts, 42.3%. When the final whistle was blown, the Knicks shot 42 for 76 from the field, which gave them a percentage of 55.3%. The Knicks permitted the Raptors to convert 42 out of 94 attempts from the field, which gave them a percentage of 44.7% in this contest. They finished shooting 26.5% from distance by shooting 9 out of 34 and finished the game at 20 of 22 from the free throw line, 90.9%. In the matter of rebounds, New York permitted Toronto to collect 38 in all, 16 on the offensive glass. The Knicks have won 8 of their last 10 games and 4 of their last 5 home games. They are playing well offensively, especially at home where they have scored over 115 points per game in their last 3 games, while making over 51% of their shots. They are one of the best rebounding teams in the league, and they're very aggressive on the offensive glass, grabbing more than 13 offensive boards per game at home, which will lead to extra scoring opportunities. The Bulls aren't very good offensively, and they played worse in recent games, giving up more than 120 points per game in their last 3 games, and will have a hard time slowing down the Knicks. The Bulls have lost 4 of their last 6 games and 5 of their last 7 road games. Despite their recent run, they continue to play well offensively, scoring more than 115 points per game in their last 3 games. They don't rebound the ball as well as the Knicks and won't get a lot of extra scoring opportunities against them. They've also been very careless with the ball, which will be a problem against the Knicks, who are averaging 7 steals per game. With New York holding opponents under 105 points per game in their last 3 games, they will keep Chicago's offense in check, so go with New York to cover the spread. Our first pick, New York Knicks -5 points. The Bulls and Knicks matchup have met the under more in their last matchups, and with the Bulls missing some key players, the total should definitely not go over. The offenses also don't score very high to begin with the Knicks averaging 114.4 points and the Bulls averaging 113.1 points per game. With this being said, this matchup shouldn't be a high-scoring affair, especially with the Bulls missing Ball and Caruso. In their last matchup, the Knicks scored 114 points and the Bulls scored 91 points, effectively meeting the under 224. I expect a very similar matchup on the Knicks' home court and with the Bulls missing some key players. Our second pick is under 225.5 points. Detroit Pistons vs Atlanta Hawks. The Pistons took the court against the 76ers and took a loss by a final of 113-93 in their last game. Detroit ended the game with a 39.2% FG percentage, 31 of 79, and converted 6 of their 23 shots from beyond the arc. From the charity stripe, the Pistons made 25 of their 34 shots for a percentage of 73.5%. Regarding grabbing rebounds, they collected a total of 46, with 11 of them being of the offensive variety. They also distributed 15 dimes for this game, while forcing the other team into 12 turnovers and getting 6 steals. Regarding defense, Detroit allowed the other team to shoot 44.1% from the floor on 41 of 93 shooting. Philadelphia recorded 27 assists and had 8 steals for the contest. Furthermore, Philadelphia totaled 49 rebounds, 13 offensive, 36 defensive, and earned 1 block. Philadelphia finished the game at 90.9% when shooting free throws by knocking down 20 of their 22 attempts. They converted 11 of their 37 attempts from three-point range. In reference to fouls, the Pistons walked away with 15, while the 76ers had 23 fouls. The last time they took the hardwood, the Hawks walked away from this one with a loss by a score of 110-108 when they faced the Bulls. The Hawks were able to pull down 38 defensive boards and 9 offensive boards for a total of 47 in this contest. They also gave up possession of the ball 15 times while getting 6 steals for the matchup. The Bulls were called for 15 fouls for the matchup, which got the Hawks to the charity stripe for a total of 16 attempts. They were able to make 16 of them for a clip of 100.0%. When talking about shots from beyond the perimeter, Atlanta made 14 out of their 37 attempts, 37.8%. When the final whistle blew, the Hawks finished shooting 39 for 91 from the field, which gave them a shooting percentage of 42.9%. The Hawks allowed the Bulls to make 43 out of their 86 attempts from the floor, which had them shooting 50.0% in the matchup. They finished 29.2% from distance by shooting 7 out of 24 and ended up shooting 17 out of 22 from the free throw line, 77.3%. In reference to how they cleaned up the glass, Atlanta allowed Chicago to collect 47 in total, 8 on the offensive side. Don't mind laying double digits with Atlanta in this spot, as Detroit has been largely uncompetitive of late. The Pistons have lost each of their last 2 games by double digits and have dropped 7 of their last 8 games overall. They are likely going to wind up being the worst team in the NBA this season after losing their star to a season-ending injury. Atlanta could easily be on a 3-game winning streak coming into this game after its close loss to Chicago on Wednesday. The Hawks like to push the pace in transition and score a ton of points, which makes them a good team to back as large favorites. Our first pick is Atlanta minus 9.5 points. Over the last 12 meetings between these two teams in Atlanta, the over has hit 11 times, and in the last 10 meetings overall, the total have gone over 7 times. Atlanta is ranked 7th in pace of play by dunksandthrees.com, and Detroit is 16, so this game should have some good up and down to it. The Pistons have been allowing 121.3 points per night during their current 4-game losing streak. Atlanta has allowed 118.5 points per game over their last 4. So, neither defense is going to suddenly become a stopper overnight. Our second pick is over the total.